Greetings. Welcome to StarMagicTarot and Intuitive Guidance. My name is Ashley, and I'm here to offer you divine guidance based on my intuition and tarot reading. I look forward to sharing the messages that come to me. Thanks for tuning in.
Happy New Year, everyone. I'm going to do a collective read just for the collective energy of 2020. So let's get into it. During my meditative session, a lot came to me. I felt like there's a group of the collective who are still turning back. It's like there's this sense of panic, like, oh, I forgot something. I just got to check on. And it's like you want to live in the past, but there's something pulling you forward. You have yet to fully release the dead weight that you were supposed to leave behind in the last decade. So Spirit is urging you to do that. It's 2020. This is a new decade, a new chapter, a new book. This is the beginning of something great where some interesting energetic shifts are happening. Of course, there are going to be people who want to continue living in the past and looking back, and who are resistant to moving forward. And then there are the rest of us who are willingly leaning into the unknown, looking forward to growth, actively, consciously choosing to grow and move forward and ascend. And so everyone who's not on that bandwagon is just going to get left behind. 2020 has a lot of rewards and blessings for a lot of us, for most of us, for the group of us that want to move forward, that are actively putting work into our growth and improvement and expansion, who have put in the work, who did the hard work and went through a bunch of hard ass challenging shit in 2019 and previous years. Those of us, like 2020 is going to be the land of milk and honey. There's a lot of abundance in store for us in the future. A vision that came to me during my meditation was this woman who had on a windbreaker jacket, and she was carrying like a pink backpack on her back, and her hair was kind of messy, and it was really windy, and I couldn't tell if it was heavy rain or heavy snow, but it's like she was fighting with the winds just to keep her jacket closed and keep that backpack on her back, and she was doubled over, like she was carrying this heavy weight that she just refused to let go of, to put down, so that she could run her ass into the nearest shelter. That felt like past energy for a lot of us, but it was also a message from Spirit letting us know that for those of us who have yet to put that bag down, who have yet to take care of ourselves and do what's best for us, and actually stop and realize, hey, we don't need to look back, we don't have to struggle, we don't have to double over, bent over, double down in the grit, in the hustle, in the brunt work, in the unnecessary struggle, that false belief of, oh, we need to struggle to succeed, or we need to struggle to survive. For those of us who are willing to lean back in survival mode instead of doing what we need to do to thrive and excel, that's what 2020 is going to be like for you. It's basically you fighting against the flow of the universe, trying to stay put, stay in that one position in the cold, with the wind and the snow and the rain and the sleet beating you down because you don't want to let go. That's what you have to look forward to in 2020, which is heavy. But I mean, the choice is up to you, right? It's up to us to choose to let go of the past, let go of the burdens, let go of the traumas, let go of the false beliefs and the conditioning. Put that bag down, put that burden down, and move forward. And go where Spirit is pulling us, where we intuitively feel. We feel that pull. It's in our heart. It's like, just surrender. That. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like in 2020 there's going to be even more instances of political disruption in government, social injustice, and for those who have been apathetic up until this point, it's going to get so charged. We're going to witness a lot of disruption and injustice in places where it's unexpected. And it's going to seep out in groups that are just the least suspecting. Like, you would never expect it to happen to that person or to that group of people, or to, for whatever reasons, right? And so those who are apathetic, they're no longer going to be able to remain in that state. This year is really going to crack open our heart chakras. So for those of us who have been apathetic or unaware, or have chosen to, in the past, to remain ignorant, or disbelieve, those people are going to be affected. And for the better. It may not feel great, but the chaos that is about to occur, it's going to be hard for everyone, for the collective. And I'm not just talking about America, I'm talking about all over the world. It's just important for us to remember that it's all in service of the greatest good, even though it may not feel that way when it happens. Oh, right. Where is the love came to me during my meditation. I do feel like 2020 is going to be a great year for building community, finding community with your soul tribe. And I do feel like the events that are going to occur is definitely going to inspire greater and stronger communities, that sense, a greater, stronger sense of community amongst people in unexpected places and in unexpected ways. Where's the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Okay, right, that song, that Where is the Love. But then also, where is the love? Where is the love? Okay, so that song came to me as well. So where is the love? I do feel like whatever charged events or circumstances, situations that are going to happen, that are going to affect people on like a grander scale, is going to inspire a deeper sense of community, a strengthening of community, a strengthening of community. And it's going to call for us to love one another, love our neighbors in like the most beautiful way that maybe the that maybe the less empathetic or less compassionate for those of us who, it'll even inspire love and community and brotherhood, sisterhood in people who were once apathetic. It's so funny, it's so weird, guys. There is not a single major arcana on the board. Not a single one, which makes me feel like the energy right now, it's malleable. And it obviously, energy is fluid. We can only turn to the tarot for advice, right? Like, nothing is written in stone, things can change. Seeing that there are no major arcana on the board tells me this year, whatever happens, it's a time for us to feel empowered, because we determine our future. And this is the time, this is the year that a lot of us are going to realize this and step into our power. Nothing is written in stone. The general energy, the overall energy for this reading is the Hanged Man. So I do feel like this year, a lot of us will experience a shift in perspective of some sort. We'll be able to stop and think and see situations from someone else's shoes, or walk in someone else's shoes. Things that didn't affect us will suddenly affect us. Things that we were unaware of will suddenly become aware of. Or not suddenly, actually. This is over time. This is over time. There may be a point where the energy may feel stagnant when we were expecting there to be quick shift quick, swift changes or quick shifts. And really, the shift is happening, but it's from within. Disruption, revolution, revelations. This year is going to be a great year for change. For change. For the majority of us, we're cutting shit out. We're taking on the Queen of Swords energy. This year is the year. Now, actually. I'm not even talking about this year. I'm talking about now. This month. That, remember, I was saying there's a part of the collective that's looking back, and then there's the part of the collective that's moving forward. That's right. We're moving forward, and we're cutting off anything and everything that doesn't serve our growth. We are taking on the energy of the Queen of Swords. She has discernment. She's cool, she's calm, she's collected, she's wise, she thinks with her mind, she's logical, she has clarity, she's strategic, she's swift. She's cool, calm, and collected in her demeanor, yet she takes quick action and asks questions later. She's a warrior, and that is necessary to build this foundation. Queen of Swords energy is necessary to build this solid foundation found in the Four of Wands. Now the Four of Wands, it's two sets of wands forming a doorway, a portal. This is the new chapter, the new book, the new decade, the new year. It's beginning something new. It's the pathway to the motherland, the not the Messiah, the Holy Land, that goal. It's like we're standing right on the other side right now in January of 2020. We are standing right at the door, right at the doorstep, the threshold of the Holy Land. Whatever that means for you. Whatever that means for us. To me, I'm interpreting the Holy Land. The Holy Land is the land of the holy, with that sense of community and love and happiness and joy and victory. Building blocks. Solid foundations require building blocks. Establishing that foundation requires work, and cutting the past off and not looking back does bring an element of sadness. And I see this because the Five of Cups is the next card out. So just because we're moving forward to our land of milk and honey, to our joy, to our happiness, to our abundance, doesn't mean that it's not going to hurt. Birth hurts. Creation hurts. There is physical pain, but it's all worth it, because when we give birth, we give life to our creation, whether that's a baby or a product or an idea or union or whatever it is. We're giving birth to something new. And so yes, it's okay to perhaps grieve the past and grieve what once was but is no longer, but we continue to move forward and find union within ourselves, find union amongst soulmates, find union amongst our kin. The Two of Cups here, like I said, community came up in my meditation. This represents community with our soul tribe, with our soul mates, with our brothers and sisters. The next card out is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is what we're leaving behind, right? Maybe this is even what we're grieving too. Missed opportunities that didn't come in, seeds that didn't produce any fruit, seeds that didn't grow, ideas of once was, what could have been. These are getting left behind. The Page of Pentacles also represents those of us who are getting left behind, who are stuck living in the past, who don't want to move forward, who don't want to produce any fruit, who are too afraid to witness the fruit of your own labor because you'd rather stay comfortable in stagnancy. That's what's being cut out. That's what's being left behind. That's what's being forgotten. Whether it's people or memories. And the next card out is the King of Swords. Look at that. That's a beautiful... Now this could be interpreted in two ways, right? Divine partnership, union, yes, and yes, okay? There's definitely union that's happening here. Yes, divine unions will come to be, or deepen, or exist, or progress, graduate to the next level in 2020. Absolutely, it's all over the place, yeah? But this could also be interpreted as, and you know, it's different. This is a general reading, so take it how it resonates. But this can also be perceived or interpreted as a graduation. So we start out as the Queen of Swords, and then we graduate to the King of Swords. He's sitting on his throne, unapologetically stoic. Stoic. He doesn't have to say a goddamn word. He rules his kingdom. He's discerning. He's strategic. He's got a cool, stoic demeanor. The kings are fixed energy. He's fixed, unmovable, unshakable. He doesn't act, he delegates. That's the difference between the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. 2020 is going to demand and require that energy of us as a collective, cutting out what doesn't work and moving forward and delegating and progressing. And right, you've got to be the King of Swords in order to leave behind the grief of the Five of Cups and the memories of the missed opportunities and the ones we had to cut out, leave behind. And that may require some financial investment. The hard work may have us feeling not so grounded. For a lot of us, the energy around us won't be so grounded. And maybe some people will even lose money. I'm going to get some clarification on this King of Pentacles in reverse. I do feel like this is external energy. So whether that's you embodying the King of Swords energy and being approached by other people who thought they embodied the King energy but are no longer due to their own circumstances or finances. Rebuilding, right, rebuilding. So there will be a lot of us who in this year, possibly in January, we'll start to see the signs of what we thought to have been a solid foundation not actually being as solid as we thought. And it's going to require a rebuilding. And that may have, I mean, gosh, this just, if this is screaming to me, what is the name? I can't, what's the word? Like a financial crisis, the stock, when the stock market crashes. Yeah, 2020 might be the year. January, February, March. Save your pennies, guys. I'm going to get clarification on that. The Three of Wands is up next in reverse. For those of us who've been working towards something, and of course we all are working towards something, right? Whatever it is that we're hoping for, it's here. There's no more waiting. Our ships have arrived. They're here. And once that moment happens, that's when the energy will pick up. Speed will pick up. We end with the Knight of Wands. And he's running towards those ships. He's running into his destiny. Like I said, 2020 has a lot of abundance. There's promise for a lot of abundance for a lot of us. But I really need to get clarification on that King of Pentacles because I'm in reverse, because I'm definitely confused on that one. Spirit, please clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse regarding the collective energy of 2020. Clarify, why is this King of Pentacles here in reverse regarding this spread? And all of a sudden, guys, I just feel so tired. I do feel like even though there's going to be a lot of growth and progress in 2020, it's going to require a lot of energy, and a lot of us are going to feel tired, but don't stop. Keep moving forward and move swiftly. Definitely, I think Spirit is calling for us to be more logically led rather than emotionally, as far as strategizing and building. But for those of us who continue to work and build and move forward, it's going to be rewarded. But we just got to push through that exhaustion. And perhaps we're going to experience so much reward, right? That even that can be, even joy is physically a stress on the body. So just be mindful and take care of yourselves. Spirit, please clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse regarding this spread. Why is this King of Pentacles in reverse? Right. So, okay. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Right? 2020 is going to require some investment. An investment of time, an investment of money, an investment of energy, an investment in our future. 2020 is the year where we're actually continuing to build the solid foundation. The seeds are being planted this year, right? Plant your seeds in January. Plant your seeds now, because by the end of it all, we will see growth. Even if that means making financial investments where we might feel a little hesitant, right? Or there might be a concern of losing money. It may appear to be a loss, but that loss is actually going to be a great gain. A great gain that's going to prove to have longevity. And I say that because the King of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles upright. And looky here, again, the Knight of Swords as confirmation. Again, the same card, different deck, is running towards that Ace of Pentacles. Running towards, just as he is here. The Knight of Wands. Did I say the Knight of Swords? The Knight of Wands is running towards that King of Pentacles. That king who's about to drop his coin. You gotta spend a little to make a lot. Spirit absolutely is advising us to make some investments, but from a place of strategy, using our logic. Wise investments, whether that's financial, spiritual, investing in yourself, investing in your education, because swords represent the activity of the mind, right? But make the investments that will prove to be fruitful in building, maintaining, and sustaining your solid foundation. Whew. that took a lot of work. Okay, so, but again, 2020 is going to require us to work. It's calling us to work. And the work starts now. Happy New Year. Receiving this message, you might be like, what are you talking about? I don't know what. The truth will be revealed. What lies in the dark must come to light. The secrets, the knowledge, the wisdom, your intuition, the message from the divine, your personal, particular, specific guidance, whatever it is that you are meant to invest in, however you're meant to make that investment, that will reveal itself when the time is right. And the Page of Pentacles, again, it's people, situations, places, and things we're leaving behind, things that didn't work, things that weren't working, that have already proven not to work. And they may come around with apologies and offerings of love. I'm sorry, can you help me? Show me the way. Feeling inspired by you, by your newfound assertiveness and direction and certainty and power and self-empowerment and the will to grow and ascend, with pleas of please, of cooperation. Like, take me with you. No, there's no room. You didn't do the work. You can't come with us. You can't sit with us. Oh, and that's clarified by the Tower in reverse. They have to do their own inner transformation. We've all got to let the foundations that weren't solid, I mentioned this early, we've got to let the foundations that were not solid crumble so that we can rebuild. You can't come with us, you can't sit with us, because you got to do the work for yourself. And okay, if you didn't put in that work, if you were too busy resisting and denying and fighting and trying not to see and complaining and playing the victim in 2019 and 2018 and 2017, 2016, 2015, the last fucking 10 years, it's not too late, boo. But you'll just have to catch the next wave. Because you've got to do the work for you. You've got to do the work. Spirit, can we get clarification on the Three of Wands in reverse, please, regarding this spread? Right. Doesn't need any more clarification. Okay, to clarify this Three of Wands in reverse, you seeing your ships and running to them. We've manifested this. It's time. We've manifested this. People will look at us and think, oh, they were lucky. They were at the right place at the right time. They know people. It's nepotism. Whatever the fuck. No. That's not luck. That's hard work. That's connection with the divine. That is using our resources, being resourceful. That is manifesting. Not just manifesting, but taking action, right? Going where we feel called to go. Doing what we feel called to do. Accepting guidance from the divine. Following our intuition. Calling things, claiming what we know is our divine birthright, and that is new opportunities, baby. New opportunities. Abundance, the abundance that that came to me in my meditation. Oh gosh. Spirit, can we get clarification on this Knight of Wands, please? Please clarify the Knight of Wands. Ooh. Damn, I am so good, y'all. Like I said, this Knight of Wands is running to that opportunity, right? Why is that? The Knight of Wands was clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of motherfucking Pentacles, okay? Yes, because this is where we're headed. Okay? The 10 of Pentacles. That is abundance. That's financial abundance. That is the land of milk and honey. And it's not just our immediate financial abundance. We are building a legacy. Now is the time to plant your seeds, to build your legacy for you, for your family, for your loved ones, for everybody who did the work, right? The community. Do it for the culture, right? Okay? The 10 of motherfucking Pentacles. I can't make this shit up even if I tried. Damn, I'm good. 2020. This is the year. And you know what's coming to me now is that I think with all of the hype for 2020, the hype of 2020. I mean, we've all been talking about 2020 for like at least the last 2 years now, right? There was so much hype, like, oh my god, 2020 is gonna be lit, I'm gonna get this, and this is gonna happen, and blah blah blah. And 2020 will prove to bring all of that to us, yeah, but we may not necessarily see it in 2020. This is the year. All of the previous years, we were clearing out our shit, we were healing. Sure, we were planting seeds for our growth. We were the seed and we were growing. But now that all that stuff is released and left in the last decade, this year is the clean slate. This is the year where we're planting seeds. And when you plant seeds, you don't ever see immediate growth. It takes time, it takes nourishment, it takes patience, and it takes faith. So yes, the collective energy might feel like, wait a minute, where is it? Where is it all at? It's here, baby. You just got to give it time for what we've already manifested and created in the 5D to manifest in the 3D. But it is all here. Keep doing the work. Keep climbing. Keep shining. Keep building. And keep planting those seeds. I'm going to pull an oracle card. I'm pulling an oracle card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. I love this deck, and I'm actually going to read the message. What healing and guidance does the collective need to hear most right now? Wow. Bottom of the deck is trust yourself. But we have relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Interestingly enough, okay? Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. That's a 26, which reduces to an 8. The number 8 in numerology has the energetic vibration of abundance, and trust yourself is 31, reducing to a 4. And that has the energetic frequency of foundation, solid foundation. From the 4 to the 8. We build that solid foundation this year, 2020, which reduces to a 4. It's the year of structure, the year of foundation, the year of building something solid, putting in the work. This has to happen. Doing that will bring us to abundance. Okay, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. What does the book have to say? Dear Sacred Rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. That's the portal, the doorway. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe, so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us, more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great, big, cosmic yes. Yes to that 10 of Pentacles. Yes to that Magician. Yes to that Ace of Pentacles. Yes to the 4 of Wands. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so. They're the ones getting left behind. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild electrical pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-inducing paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long, and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling, raw awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle in right timing. You are a part of, not apart from, that process. The invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you are in the hold of the darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it is all too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty or flaky, that you are not living in the real world. That is fear talking, not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing. She knows life and death. She knows the creative process. She just knows and can be trusted to support us, her own creations, in becoming all that we can become. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along like a limp leaf detached from the tree and blown about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of dark hold empowers us to take up our cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone who has lost their mind, completely free and from the heart. It means writing even though you have no conscious idea of what you are writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your rather curious eyes. And it means speaking about your work, never hiding it. Allow it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detach from the darkness that would say it is not enough or must be the best thing ever, whatever that means, in order to be worthy of a place in the world. Instead, just let it be what it is. It might fly, it might endure, and it might not. All of nature, including you and your passions and dreams, will be what is needed, when it is needed, and how it is needed, according to wisdom. We just have to trust in this, within ourselves and within nature herself, through the flow of life, and participate. You are asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. There is so much more calling to you now. It's your time. Leap. So that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful January. Have a wonderful start to your 2020. Have a wonderful year and have a wonderful life. We are creating amazing things.